A Johnston County home burns to the ground on Christmas Eve. We're live at the scene in Benson with the latest information.
Christmas Eve chaos. 2 people are now in custody after shots were fired at a local Walmart. What else we're learning about the situation, including how bystanders disarmed the suspect.
We're getting a bit of everything for Christmas this year. I'm tracking near record warmth, the cold front behind it, and who has the chance to see some rain.
Now, breaking news from WRAL. Coverage you can count on.
New tonight, a family in Johnston County cannot stay in their home this Christmas Eve because of a fire. In the last hour, family members tell us 2 people were inside that home, but thankfully nobody was hurt. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Brian Schrader.
And I'm Grace Holland. Sky 5 flew over the scene as crews worked to put out the flames. WRAL's Willie Danley is live at the scene now. Willie, what are we learning about what happened here?
Grace, we're still waiting to get more information from police, but I can tell you that I only can think of one word to describe this scene out here in Benson, and that's devastating. This is the property out here. You can see it's a total loss. That's the home there in the distance. Hours after this fire took place, there's still firefighters out here spraying water on this property. I spoke to someone who is related to these homeowners, and they tell me that they lost everything in this Christmas Eve fire. I want to take you to some video that was captured by Sky 5 from above, and you can see the intense flames coming from the roof of this property. As I said, I spoke to a family member who is related to the people who live in this property, and they tell me that 2 people were inside at the time of this fire, but luckily everyone was able to make it out safely without any injuries. We are still working to learn more information about how exactly this fire started and what firefighters out here are going to be doing for the remainder of the evening to secure this property. We are going to continue to remain on this story. Willie Danley, WRAL News, Benson.
All right, thanks very much, Willie. It is 7 o'clock Christmas Eve, and take a look at these live temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. And it looks like we are in for a warm Christmas tomorrow. Meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the WRAL Severe Weather Center.
Yeah, and it was 71 today, Brian. Really hard to believe that it's the Christmas holiday approaching with numbers like this. 57 in Raleigh right now. It's cooled down to 50 now in Roxborough, 52 in Rocky Mount, 57 in Southern Pines. So definitely still mild out there if you want to head out, check out some of the holiday lights this evening with the family. It'll be comfortable through in the 50s through 8 p.m., back down into the upper 40s by 9 o'clock, mid 40s by 11 o'clock. And eventually overnight tonight, we'll get down into the lower 40s. Good news is it's not too cold for Santa's arrival this evening, and he doesn't have to worry about any rain or any snow or anything like that. Temperatures will eventually cool down into the low 40s, down to about 41 in the morning hours. We do have that chance for some rain. The first half of the day tomorrow features the potential for a couple of hit and miss showers, but then by the time we get to the afternoon, all of that rain should be gone and temperatures will be warm. Look at the afternoon highs for tomorrow. 68 is a forecast high in Raleigh and in Durham, 69 in Benson, 66 in Rocky Mount. It will turn cooler again by the time we get to Friday, and then Arctic air arrives next week. I'll have those details coming up.
And of course, you can always take a look at the hour-by-hour temperatures and forecasts with the WRAL weather app. It is free to download. Just make sure those push notifications are turned on so you can get important weather alerts right on your phone.
2 men are facing attempted first-degree murder charges after allegedly shooting at each other inside a Wilson Walmart today. It happened after 11 a.m. Police say 3 people were involved. 19-year-old Ashton Pittman and 30-year-old Jordan Battle fired their guns after a fight inside the barber shop. Police say there were no gunshot injuries from this incident. Everyone inside was evacuated after the shooting. A couple of shoppers talked to us as they dealt with the chaos of people running for their lives.
It was a lot of people just standing there because I don't think a lot of people was aware that people were shooting. But I guess once people did, everybody started running out the back. So, yeah, it was chaotic. It was chaotic.
Oh, my God, it was terrifying. The worst things is to have somebody scared and running because the only thing I could think of was my child.
Pittman and Battle are both being held without bond in Wilson County. Walmart will remain closed for the rest of the day and won't open again until Friday. We alerted you to this breaking news right away from the WRAL News app. Be sure to have it downloaded with notifications turned on to be the first to hear about breaking news in your area. Elizabeth?
New into our newsroom tonight, Raleigh police arrested a man they say broke into a building on St. Augustine's campus. This is Nicholas Childers. He is 25 years old and from Cary. He was arrested for breaking and entering, damaging property, including a glass door. He was released on a $1,000 secure bond.
All right, thanks very much, Elizabeth. We're working to find out more after a car slammed into the back of a Go Raleigh bus. Take a look at this video from the scene on New Bern Avenue near Trawick Road this afternoon. Raleigh police say they didn't have any information to share right now, but we are checking in with them, trying to get new details. Traffic has cleared through that area now. A woman is in custody after a stabbing in Raleigh. This happened around 10:30 this morning on the 3600 block of Constellation Drive. Police say when they got there, they found a man who had been stabbed. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive. Police tell us that the victim and the suspect know each other.
Another hospital system in our area is increasing restrictions because so many people are getting sick with respiratory viruses. Starting Friday, Cape Fear Valley Health isn't allowing children under 12 to visit patients. The hospital system is also limiting visitors in the waiting room for the emergency department. The patient has to be at least 65 or have a cognitive disability. People also need to wear masks in the waiting room. Similar restrictions are in place at Wake Med. Right now, children under the age of 12 are not allowed to visit patients in hospital nursing units, care areas, or waiting rooms. Hospital management says this is so that vulnerable patients can be protected and so the spread of the illness can slow down.
Well, one Raleigh nonprofit is making sure that nobody is left out this Christmas. Volunteers are serving hot meals and spreading holiday cheer with toys and music. WRAL's Liz McLaughlin joins us from the Helping Hand Mission today on New Bern Avenue in Raleigh.
Here at Helping Hand Mission on New Bern Avenue, volunteers are handing out hot meals today to anyone who walks through those doors, no questions asked.
For many, this mission is a familiar stop, especially during the holidays. Volunteers and church groups spent Christmas Eve cooking, packing, and welcoming people who rely on these meals not just once a year, but week after week.
Barbecue pizza!
The boxes are filled with a full holiday spread: collards, yams, macaroni and cheese, turkey, and all the fixings. But volunteers say the most important thing being shared here can't be packed in a box.
For us, we want to be hands and feet of Jesus. And so we know that Jesus fed the hungry and he showed love to people.
And while Christmas Eve draws a crowd, the need doesn't disappear once the decorations come down.
Those that are in food insecurities, helping them have food, not just on Christmas. You know, we see a lot of people come out on holidays, but making it a point that we do it more than just the holidays.
For volunteers, being here is about care.
We cook with love. Anytime we cook with love.
A simple message on a night that can be hard for many, that everyone deserves a warm meal and to be cared for.
And in addition to these hot meals, Helping Hand Mission's also handing out toys and clothes, and they even have a marching band performing some music to help get in the holiday spirit. Organizers tell me that donations and volunteers are always welcome. In Raleigh, I'm Liz McLaughlin, WRAL News.
A friendly reminder for you tonight, there are more law enforcement officers out on the roads. The holiday Booze It and Lose It campaign started last week. This annual campaign runs through January 4th, and more patrols are going to be on the roads enforcing those impaired driving laws.
Hope for Holly Springs. It's one of the fastest growing parts of Wake County. The new projects underway and how town officials say they will attract more downtown businesses. And tracking Santa, the jolly old saint is on the move, delivering presents to children around the world. We'll take a look at where he is now and when he'll be in North Carolina. Amy?
And mild as Santa arrives here tonight. We're still in the upper 50s right now. This cool air is headed our way. I'll show you when it will arrive and also when we could see some rain for the Christmas holiday coming up.
Thanks for staying with us. The Afghan refugee accused of shooting 2 National Guard members in Washington, D.C. is now facing federal charges that could carry the death penalty. Ramanullah Lakhanwal has federal firearms charges now added to the case. He is accused of killing Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom and seriously wounding Air Force Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf back in November. Lakhanwal's next hearing is scheduled for early 2026. The Justice Department says it may need a few more weeks to fully release all of the Jeffrey Epstein files. The DOJ says it has lawyers now working around the clock, reviewing hundreds of thousands of documents and redacting parts of them. A law passed last month required the agency to release all of those files by last week. Lawmakers in both parties have criticized the Justice Department for not meeting that deadline.
The Durham Police Department is sharing a success story when it comes to staffing. The agency is now 74% staffed with sworn personnel, which is an increase from 71% in recent years. The police chief points to a larger police academy class and lateral transfers helping those numbers. The department also recently received pay raises last year. Mayor Leonardo Williams says these numbers will make a difference.
We are not only diversifying our workforce, but we're also diversifying the roles that you can work in our police department. And when you're being this creative and this innovative in your workforce, you start to see those trends of crime to go down.
This positive trend on department staffing comes as the city and county are launching a major public safety plan to reduce violent crime in Durham.
Holly Springs is looking beyond the holiday shopping season. The town is rolling out some new projects aimed at boosting its Main Street. It includes a study of more on-street parking, more walkable housing units, and designs for a so-called festival street. Local business owners say the improvements can't come soon enough as that southern Wake County town grows so quickly.
It helps to attract more businesses to the area. It helps to attract more residents that want to move here. It's not growth for the sake of growth. It's a little more measured and a little more deliberate that we're trying to build a tighter community through all that growth.
At a recent town council workshop, staff said there were 600 new businesses registered last year in Holly Springs.
The rush to deliver packages before Christmas is on, with postal workers and delivery companies like UPS on the move. They're scrambling to get packages from here to there in time to put under the tree. One U.S. Postal Service driver says he feels like he may be working as hard as Santa's elves.
We're magical, but not magical in the way they are. So we're most definitely doing the work.
Amazing, really. It's a great process, and we're loving every minute of it.
Just a few hours left to go. Most Christmas delivery deadlines have already passed, but the post office delivers mail on Christmas Eve, while FedEx, UPS, and Amazon also operate with some modified services. Now, this is one of our favorite stories today. A cat that went missing in western North Carolina during Helene is back home with their family this Christmas. The Avery County Humane Society says this cat was brought to them as a stray on December 13th. Luckily, she had a microchip, so they were able to find her family and reunite them. Get this, 443 days after she went missing during the storm. The Humane Society says Gabby the cat's reunion is thanks to her microchip, and they urge all pet owners to get their furry family members microchipped as well.
Well, not even Santa is immune to a tough job market. A new survey shows store Santa jobs postings are down 35% this year compared with last year. Some blame the decline on online shopping and stores cutting budgets. Others say some parents just aren't comfortable any longer with those kinds of Santa visits. Santa stand-ins looking to get on the payroll also have to meet tougher job requirements these days, such as having real beards instead of fake ones. Well, Santa Claus is soon going to be in North Carolina. We got a live look right now at NORAD's Santa tracker, and you can see, let's see, where is he? I have absolutely no idea, but he's back on land now. He was over the ocean just moments ago. Amy, do you know where he is? Okay, she's looking. This is Brazil. All right, so South America getting some love right now. This has been a tradition for families all over the world for 70 years, tracking Santa Claus here. It's a lot of time working with Santa, so we asked NORAD, how does he do it?
Of course, Santa operates under a lot of classified mission sets, which is, we're no stranger to that here. But we know that there's a lot of magic that goes into it, but we do understand, and Santa is wonderfully cooperative with us as far as the tracking and communications goes. So I will say at the unclassified level, what I can tell you is that Santa has a lot of magic and a lot of good support. Bigger and better than it ever has been. We have more volunteers. We have more contributors than we've ever had before. And the community is so interested. There are displays everywhere. It's just a wonderful time, and we're so thankful for this amazing history that has brought us NORAD Track Santa and awareness for the importance of the NORAD mission year round. We would love to let all the children know that, of course, we're sure you've been good all year, but this is really the time to turn up your good meter if you're for your parents and for the community. Just make sure that you're being extra good. And of course, while we can tell you Santa's general location on Christmas Eve, it's always a good idea to be in bed before 9 p.m. to ensure that Santa arrives safely at your house.
That was the unclassified information.
I know. I'm wondering what the top secret documents are.
All the magic is classified, eyes only. Dozens of children in our area have Christmas gifts thanks to a donation drive. UNC Health Rex donated more than 500 gifts. The initiative supported the UNC Horizons program and Toys for Tots.
Some great efforts going on there. Meteorologist Amy Wilmoth joining us now. Not super cold, of course, but some people still finding some ice out there to have some fun on.
Yeah, it feels a little bit festive out there out at Fenton on the ice skating rink. A lot of folks out there enjoying the nice mild temperatures above normal today. 71 was our high, and it's going to be warm again tomorrow. Still pretty warm outside right now, 57 in Raleigh. It's 56 right now in Fayetteville, 46 up in South Hill, 48 in Roxborough. So a little bit cooler in some of our northern communities, but still very mild in the Triangle. Overnight tonight, as Santa arrives, it's nice and quiet. Doesn't have to worry about any rough weather. Temperatures will get down into the upper 30s to low 40s tonight. 42 in Durham, 41 in Raleigh, and 43 in Fayetteville. So temperatures will stay above freezing tonight. It is going to be warm tomorrow. 68 is our forecast high. That's the 5th warmest Christmas on record, the warmest since 2021. And the warmest on record is 75, set back in 1955. So we're approaching a record. I really doubt we break that record high, but it is definitely above normal. The normal high is 53 this time of year. So your Christmas Day planner, in the morning, we have the chance for some showers. I'll show you that with Futurecast in just a moment. Most of you will be inside opening your gifts, seeing what Santa brought, so it should be fine. In the afternoon, once you want to get outside, try out the new bike, maybe play some football, it should be pretty nice. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s, and then at sunset, it should be nice and quiet. Temperatures will be down into the mid 60s. So here's Futurecast with the temperatures as well. It's going to be fairly mild tonight. This is 11:30 tonight, down into the upper 40s and low 50s with some cloud cover, but still dry. In the morning at 7 o'clock, we're in the low to mid 40s across the area for the most part. Maybe a stray shower or two, but most of the rain will be up in Virginia. That's going to dive to the south and east, and around 9, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, that could impact the northeastern part of our viewing area up towards South Hill, over toward Rocky Mount, Halifax County. Temperatures at lunchtime will be in the mid to upper 50s, even low 60s in our southern counties, and most of us will be dry by lunchtime. And in the afternoon, again, I think you can get outside and enjoy the warm temperatures. It will be mostly cloudy, but we should be rain free. The evening hours features a small chance for a passing shower, but still, even at 11 o'clock tomorrow night, we're in the mid 50s in the Triangle. So again, very warm for the holiday. This is the Arctic blast that dives down to the south next week. It is going to be much colder as we head into next week, and you'll see that on the 7-day. Still mild tomorrow, 68 for the high. We do cool it down Friday, 51 for the high. We'll have a northeast breeze, and that tends to bring some drizzle potential as well. So clouds with some drizzle and cooler Friday. We'll warm it back up Saturday, 70 for the high, low 60s Sunday and Monday. And then here comes the Arctic air. By Tuesday morning, it's here. Low temperatures will be down into the mid 20s.
All right, Amy, thank you so much.
The ultimate champion, a local man, now owns a top title. Next, we'll introduce you to him and show you his talents in tonight's One Last Thing.
All right, one last thing we want to talk about tonight. A man from Franklin County now owns the title overall ultimate breaking champion. And if you are not familiar with martial arts, you might think, what does that mean?
Well, you know how they take a bunch of planks of wood or cement and then they break it in half with their hand? That's what Parker Moody does.
And here he is doing some of that to those wood planks there.
Oh my goodness.
That's why he's the overall ultimate. He also does it with cement blocks. He recently returned from the World Martial Arts Games in Norway, where he broke all kinds of things, and he did it very well. Parker earned 5 gold medals and the title of overall ultimate breaking champion.
It's purely based off numbers. You know, if I hit that number, I win. There's no judge's decision gets involved in it. I just like how clean cut it is. And it makes me want to just train hard because there's no excuses if you lose.
Parker has been doing this since he was 8 years old, so he's very experienced. In fact, WRAL covered him before. You're looking at some video there back when he was winning championships in high school. This is in 2019. Back then, he talked about his goals to compete overseas. Today, he's doing it.
And Parker has some new goals. He wants to pay it forward now.
Next month, he's starting his own martial arts program in Oxford. Martial arts was a big part of his childhood, and he wants other children and families to try it out too.
So no one's sitting on the sidelines of martial arts. You're all on the floor, no matter your age, no matter your skill level. It's for everyone. So what's cool about martial arts is there can be someone who's 8 years old, white belt, and then you have a 73-year-old, 75-year-old who's also white belt training next to them. They're on their own 2 different paths. You know, it's a personal journey. It's not about how well you perform. Yes, I know I compete in tournaments and there's metrics on how you place and everything, but martial arts in and of itself, outside of tournaments, is a sport for everyone, no matter your skill, no matter your background.
That's impressive.
It's very impressive. Yeah. And you know what? I think that'd be a good outlet for a lot of kids to just break stuff.
Maybe I'll take it up in 2026. That's it for me this year. I'll see you next year.
All right. See you next year, Brian.
Merry Christmas.
And our next newscast is at 10 on Fox 50 and 11 on WRAL. Have a Merry Christmas.
Watching WRAL News over the air Channel 34 and Spectrum Channel 1257.